Well, it's Saturday morning. Posted the video yesterday. You guys loved it. Every time I post a video, somebody always asks about the Moto Guzzi, the motorcycle. And yeah, this is the perfect time of year to get it out. It just seems like I just don't ever seem to have the time. Because I always need to carry something. Like, well, today I got a Delorean gig again. Last night I took the Delorean to the YMCA for the kids' trunk or treat. You know, it was a charity thing. And I've got another Delorean gig today, and then I got another Delorean gig all week next week where I'm dropping off the car Sunday morning to the convention center, and it's going to be there all week. And almost every single time I go somewhere, I have to go get or carry something. The only reason I leave is to go to Home Depot, Lowe's, the Floor and Decor, over to the other house. I'm taking something, I'm carrying people. And so on the rare occasion that I'm going to just go somewhere with no reason to go, I just don't have a lot of time to take the motorcycle out. And I got to be honest, I don't really enjoy driving this bike that much because you have to wear like the full face helmet rig with this. And I don't really like doing that. I'm kind of an old school biker. I'm used to wearing just my little half shell helmet. My Harley, you can ride on that thing and like, it drives itself. There's no wind. You can listen to the radio. The radio on this thing is worthless. It has a radio, it's completely worthless. I don't like wearing the full face thing. So there you have it. That's my complaint. If you don't wear the full face helmet, this thing just funnels air into your face. I'm just too tall for this bike, I think. Italians are short people. They generally, you know what I mean? And it's loud as shit also. I prefer a bike that's not as loud. I'm probably going to sell the bike. I bought it because it was beautiful. It's a work of art. But it's not my style of bike. And so that's why I don't ride it that much. What am I doing today? Why do I have gloves on? Because every single time I touch any of the stuff that was in the house, it's covered in soot. Today, I'm trying to get to my backup hard drives, which I have not had access to since the fire. And here is the problem. So here we have, this is the painting or the art piece that was given to me by Mike, German in Venice, that got melted. I'm really sad about this thing because this was so great. I really did appreciate this. I really did. And it's in bad condition. So this box here had things that were on my desk. And my HP laptop. This is a box that went to, actually, a Delorean watch. What that is. This was my Apple trash can computer, as it's known, the Apple Pro. Believe it or not, it still works. It is a bit melty. I'm not going to mess with that today, though. These are my hard drives that I'm trying to get to. This was one of my cloud storages, as was this. And these are the ones I really want to get to. And so what my plan is it's a tape recorder that I bought to transfer tapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these apart and try to extract the hard drive and put it in a different enclosure, was the plan. And see if I can still get the data off them, because I suspect the hard drive is still good. It's just the enclosure's melted. I'm praying that I have the data in there. This laptop is probably still good if I plug it in, if I in the power supply. This might be the power supply in here somewhere, I don't know. But this is what I'm dealing with, folks. And for the last year, these are the things I've been dealing with. And my things are all misplaced. Like I just realized that over there is my brother's ashes. And how it got there, I don't know. A bunch of burned books. So we put some of his stuff over there. This is some of my mother's things. My mother's hat that she used to wear. My mother was an eccentric like me. Need to get rid of this door, because what am I going to do with that? I think you guys really enjoyed me showing you some of my photos. This is some collectible or some things. Let me check and make sure there's nothing too personal in here. Oh, okay. Wow, look at this. This is a picture. There's me. That's my Indian stepfather, Jerry, and my mom. This is probably about 82 or 83. Okay. Let's see. Oh, this is a picture of me at Joe's garage moshing to Pantera. That would have been probably 88 or 89. This is my grandmother and my brother Marty. When after his accident he had, I remember that. This is my grandfather's Beechcraft airplane that he had. He was very proud of that. So my mom, my grandpa. This was some of the Indian family I used to live with in Denver, Colorado, actually. Let's see. This was a house I used to live in Denver on, I think it's 801 South Vrain in Denver, Colorado. You can go look at that. I used to live in this duplex. I don't remember what, this was, I think, the school I went to that was just down the street. This was a Phillips 66 gas station down the street from there where Jerry used to work. This is me as Santa Claus with my friend George and Bucky. I used to do Santa Claus. Yeah. It was me and the Fort Worth police. That was funny. Just me and some random chick. My brother Doug. So yeah, this is just some random pictures. Oh wow, a whole photo in here. That was my grandfather and my mom. Nobody wants to see this shit. This is boring. Yeah, this is all my mom's pictures. My grandparents. This is me. Again, look at me with my little cowboy hat. My brother Doug, Jerry, the Sioux Indian. This was my wife, my mom's ex-husband, Cotton. Look at this. This is me. Look at me. This is probably 83. I look like straight out of a JCPenney catalog. Look at this one. This was a birthday. I remember this birthday. I want to say this was... When did Thriller come out? Because I got that for my birthday. So this was probably 82 or 83, whenever that came out. Look at my shirt. I'm a honeycomb kid. Look at that hair helmet. What in the fuck? These pictures of me are great. Wow. This is fantastic. So yeah. This was my little dog. His name was Buford. He was so cute. Me with my Michael Jackson record. Every kid loved Michael Jackson back then. No, this is my grandmother, Bobby Jean Meadows. This is Cotton's license, my mom's license. So yeah, this is all highly personal stuff, you know. My grandparents. Oh look, a picture of my mom in Carrot Top that I gave to her. Oh yeah, this is all dead people stuff. Oh yeah, that was like her old phone or something. Anyway, yeah. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going through this stuff. And, you know, eventually you find it's like I'm going to scan in those pictures and then just throw them away because what am I going to do with this stuff forever, right? And this is the problem is that I just have totes upon totes of stuff. And a lot of this is stuff that's still from the house. Like this is some kind of shelf. I don't know what that went to. I have no idea. What is this? Oh, leftover wallpaper. Oh, really cool. I didn't know I had this. Well, that's great. I wonder if I have any of the red wallpaper. This is a TV. I forget where that TV came from. I think it was in the bedroom. Gene Simmons soda. It's a big roll of wallpaper or something. Party supplies. Nice. Anyway, this is what I'm dealing with, folks. Going through all this stuff. Well, good news. I pried the hard drives out of those closures, put them in this dock system, and it's transferring to the computer. It's working. So this is files backed up as far as last April. And it was after that, if you remember, that I got this thing. Remember that? I did a whole video about this 5-bay SSD RAID in April. Now, this is not the same one. That original one melted. I bought another one, put the hard drives in it. But I guess some of the hard drives were affected and they're not reading. So at least I have my backups from previous to that. I'm trying to get that other one to work. I may have lost all the data that I put in from April till October, which is a lot of stuff. But thank goodness this is the stuff I've had for years and years and years and years. So that's like 16 gigs worth. I don't know, working on it. I've been trying to use a software called Disk Drill that I paid for that, I contacted some of these companies that do hard drive recovery. They want like thousands of dollars. So if any of you have any particular experience recovering an SSD. So what I had was a 5-drive Mac software RAID, okay? Each of those drives were 4 terabytes, I want to say. I think that was what it was, giving me like a 20 terabyte Mac software RAID, which was working great till it melted. And then I bought another enclosure, put the drives in, and it was working. It was working a little slow, it was working a little sluggish, and then it stopped working. And one of those drives seems to have died. And I've been trying to run it through this disk drill program, and it ran for like 3 months and then failed. 3 months it ran. So I don't know what to do because this is what I get for having a RAID. I don't think I'm going to have RAIDs any longer. A RAID is when you have multiple hard drives made into one hard drive through software or hardware. So instead of having a whole bunch of little 4 gig drives, you can have one big giant drive. But the problem with this is if one of them goes bad, the whole thing is lost. Now, I've been using RAIDs for 25 years. The original SCSI RAIDs I used to run doing video editing. And the reason you did that was because by accessing all of the drives simultaneously, you could get more speed. If you had a 10,000 RPM Barracuda or whatever, times 4 of those when you're doing editing, high throughput, it helped. I don't really need to do that anymore. So I'm no longer going to do the RAIDs. I bought an external 20 gig drive, which is a mechanical drive that I'm backing up to. I like the idea of the SSDs because, hey, sounds like they're sturdy and, they won't break. Well, believe it or not, the mechanical spinning drive is still working and the gosh darn SSD is not. Whatever. Super early Sunday morning. Got up at like 5. Yesterday, I did a private event at Mike Tyson's house. I made a separate video about that that I already posted. I haven't posted it yet, but you've already seen it posted because it's Sunday. When I get back and do the Videobob show and everything, I'll post it. And so I'm doing a lot of Delorean events. So I'm here at the Venetian with the time machine, and it's always a cluster F. Because I always tell these companies, like, I just need this certain basic information. I need to know what dock I'm going to. Who's the contact of the dock manager when I get there? What's our booth number? Because I show up here and nobody knows. Nobody knows. The floor of this garage every goddamn time. Is there a flux capacitor? Everybody thinks they are the most original comedian of all time when they come up to me and go, how's it got a flux capacitor? And that stupid fucking question is what got me into business. Because I bought this DeLorean back in 2003, not this one, but I had one. And I would just take the DeLorean out, and every DeLorean owner will tell you that every chowderhead comes up to you and goes, does it have a flux capacitor? Where's the mystification? So, in my infinite sarcasm of fabrication ability, I built a flux capacitor and I put it in the back and I go, yeah, it's right there. And they're like, oh my God, it's actually in there. I can't believe it. Oh my God. And that's what started this entire journey. That stupid fucking question from these people that think they're funny. Hey, McFly. And so I kept adding stuff to the car. I put in the plutonium gauges and the drive switch and then it just kept going and kept going. And then you get the whole car. And that's how it happened. That's how I got into business, because people with their stupid questions. Now check this out. Hold on. See this truck coming in? The whole floor of this thing shakes. When these forklifts and stuff drive by, this car is bouncing, will bounce up and down. Like that's a 26,000 pound truck. Who knows what's in it? So every time you see the car shake, every time a forklift drives by here, this thing shakes up and down. I'm scared to death. This floor feels like it's going to cave in. So if the Venetian Convention Center floor ever caves in, I warn you, it's like an earthquake. Every time one of these guys drives by, it just shakes. Scary as shit. It is. Chargebacks to the future. This is a financial banking money show, credit cards, financing. We're getting this all set up. This guy makes them. All right, well, I dropped off the car with the guys and went and had some breakfast. I figured I'm here at the Venetian. I might as well walk around the mall. And I remembered they have a Bill Mack store here. So Bill Mack, that big sculpture that I have in the red room of the naked lady in white, this is the artist that did it. And Bill Mack does these amazing high relief sculptures, as they're known. And he stopped doing the bonded sand some time ago and switched to this bronze effect like this girl here. And this is why I was saying in my previous video, I thought about painting it to look like one of these, because what he's doing is a cold cast where when they make the resin mixture, they mix in actual bronze powder or brass powder. And that's how they get this effect. I've done it myself at my shop on certain things. Tuesday, not much happened yesterday. Tall guy came and worked on the tub. I've been working on going through some of these totes and cleaning out the garage because we need to get, well, the garage cleaned out, move back in the house. And the thing about going through this type of a thing, a fire, for instance, is the constant re-traumatization that you go through every time you rediscover, like when you find something. I mean, there's these little moments of elation when you find something, you go, oh my gosh, I forgot I had this, and it's still good, it's still here. But I gotta admit, I'm broken up right now. I'm in pain right now. Yeah, I'm starting to try to go through my record collection. 30 years of records here. I took my gloves off so I can't go through them. I did find, like for instance, I found a box of records that I had never unpacked that were collectibles that I forgot about. Like this was Rob Halford's Christmas record. There's an autographed Tom Green. I think these were some that I was going to do some special things with. I forget exactly what this. Ooh, oh, this is good. Okay, I know what these are. These are the records that I took out of some ones where I hung them up on the wall. But these, I forget why. I think some of these were Rachel's maybe. They were in a special area. Yeah, these are some of Rachel's punk records and things. And but these are all highly collectible records. These were all the ones I had on my shelf. They were alphabetized. They were, and most of these are special editions that you could only get from the artist. You know what I mean is, like for instance, like this is a Steel Panther. God dang it! Look how dirty I got just barely touching that. Shit. I gotta go put on some gloves. But basically, you know, a lot of these were ones that I got directly from the artist. And now these are Dr. Demento records that are radio airplay records. So back before they had like satellite available and everything, this is from Dr. Demento. They would actually mail a record to the radio station and play it. And I had a huge collection of these, and these look like they're in good shape because these were stacked up over in the corner, but like all my Judas Priest stuff, like this was a special edition that you could only get from, oh, see, it's a picture disc. Maybe it's okay, a little bit. You know what? The picture disc might have survived. See? Now you had to order that so most of these are pre-orders, you know, from the artists. So all of the covers are completely screwed. But this is painful. This hurts. This hurts. Like I'm a little bit in tears. Because every one of these records is something that I curated over 30 years. Going to record stores, flipping through hundreds and thousands of records, finding that one, paying 40, 50 bucks for it. I only buy the really good shit. You know, pre-orders that you had to wait 6 months or a year from. I remember there's one Danzig Christmas. It was a Danzig Elvis record. I waited 2 years to get. You know, and I'm sure there's some of these you'll be able to find, but some of these not going to find. You know, so I'm going through all this stuff, and like for those of you that are Gene Simmons fans, you may know he has his own vodka. And I have, this is probably one of only a couple in the world. This is the large size money bag vodka that was from a demo unit in Canada. This is the size you would get in the store. This is one of the minis that you'll never see ever. Those are all okay. So I had tons of liquor, but a lot of these liquors, believe it or not, are collectibles. Like this one, signed by from Cheap Trick, Rick Nielsen. It's his own rock and vodka, you know, things like that. These were all. I'm not really an alcoholic. I don't really drink, but just going through all this stuff, you know, about totes and totes of boxes, and it's just they're all covered in black, which isn't that big a deal as long as they're not made of paper. You can wash them. You know, I've been trying to find the remote to the TV. I've found a gazillion remotes except for the one Sony remote that I'm looking for. It's like everything just got tossed into boxes. Again, this is where I want to complain about ServPro. They don't take care of your stuff. Like this is a tote. I was just going through a paper midi. This is a whole box full of those clocks from Back to the Future, the little clock that's on the dash. Each one of those is probably worth $500 to $1,000. They were all mint. I've been collecting them, and they're all blackened. I'm gonna have to see how I can clean them, take them apart and clean them. And again, this is the kind of stuff where they go, "Hey man, it's just insurance. Just let insurance pay for it." Like that's like 10 years of collecting those clocks. Every single time one pops up on eBay, bidding on it, trying to get it, you know, trying to get the right perfect one. Because none of them are the exact perfect one. I think maybe one of them, right? They're always just a little bit off. And this is just a very good example, going through this stuff, cleaning, washing, and nothing's organized, and everything's filthy. And it's not organized because these guys just ran through my house and just swept things into boxes and totes, got it out as fast as they could. They don't give a crap what they damage, you know? And this is here, I gotta go wash my hands, hold on. Yeah, I had to wash my hands. That's one of the things you have to be hyper aware about when you're doing this, because you don't want to cross-contaminate, because you'll touch something, get black on it, and then you'll touch something that's clean. And so, like, I was just looking over here, and I found some amazing stuff. Like, these are mini flux capacitors. Those are super collectible. But these are a bunch of things that I had signed by Tom Wilson. These are like, this was from 2015. USA Today, right, had legitimately put out a paper that was just like the one in the movie. And I got a handful of them and got Tom Wilson to sign them. Got a bunch of those and just stuff like that. I have tons of, that's valuable autographed stuff, you know, that, and you have to constantly check and make sure. So what you want to do is you want to wear gloves. And as you're going through stuff, if you're going to touch something else, you just change gloves, and you just go through thousands of those, literally. And I know it's a mess. It's like a hurricane, and I'm trying to do my best to go through all this stuff because it's just me. And the thing is I can only do so much of it. I mean, aside from just, you know, getting tired, even though this stuff doesn't smell anymore, the smell has gone away. The fire smell has gone away. But the soot still exists. And as you're stirring this stuff up, it starts getting into your lungs. And you just got to take a break. And but also the PTSD. Like, I'm not somebody who really has PTSD, but I understand what it is, you know, and I kind of understand what they mean by being triggered. I'm not some pussy, right? But the bottom line is that, you know, you can only be so desensitized. And as you go through things and it triggers a memory, you saved this thing maybe because of its monetary value or because it's a memory. And you remember that situation, you remember who you were with, you remember who gave it to you, or who it is about. These things that are about my friend Vinnie Paul, who's gone. and his brother, and or my brother, or my mother. My mother's ashes have been sitting over there on that shelf in a melted box. And you're like, well, why don't you do something with it, Bob? Well, I just can't do it right now. I'm just not ready. I don't know if you can understand that. I'll get to it. I just need more time. This last year has been just, so hard. And I've luckily been distracted rebuilding the house. But now that the house is rebuilt and we're going through all this stuff, and we've been going through it for a year. I mean, but we went through all the more important stuff that you need, right? Now this is all not as much stuff as you need. These are the things that make up your personality, who you are, the things you love. And I get it. There's people out there that don't have money. They have bigger problems than me. They're trying to pay their rent. I get it. Everybody has their own battles that they're dealing with. They're like, oh, poor you and your collectibles. But the bottom line is that everybody's experience is their own. I can only experience what I am living through myself. So what I do is I'll put up a couple of pictures. I'll put up a guitar. I'll decorate a little bit, and then I'll clean, and I'll stop and kind of rest and give myself a day off. And I'll come in here, and I might only be in here for 30 minutes or an hour, and then I got to stop. I just like the soot, the filth, and the emotions, and also just lifting the boxes and just I don't know. It's very, very consuming, And I see how people become hoarders and things. They tend to they don't want to deal with it. And then you end up with a pile of stuff. And this is the other thing that's very traumatic. If you've ever watched the hoarder shows, as people force themselves to throw things away, man, that's tough. That one sucks. Oh, that sucks so bad, because I look at these records and these different things and I go, I have to throw it away. It's not about the money. That's the really insulting part about these clowns that try to accuse me of, say that I did this on purpose, like it was an insurance scam. I don't want the money. I want my things. Money is just the tool you use to get the things that you want. And these were the things that I wanted. And I'm trying so hard not to be materialistic and just to focus on the most important things in life. But gosh darn it, when you invest so much of your time and effort traveling to get these things, every one of them is a trip. It's not like they just showed up at my house. I mean, some of these things might be Amazon, but the majority of these things are all part of a journey that I had. So I'm going to go rest and take some time off. I got to recover. I've been sitting here going through pictures, and framing pictures. And as I go through each photo, and I go, oh, this was, this is me and Rachel at the Niagara Falls, things like that. I've been going through my hard drives. I showed a little bit of this the other day. Like, look at this thing. I had to pry this out of its enclosure. It's burnt and black. Some of them are working, some of them are not. That's another thing when you lose files, All right, that's enough for now. It's still work in progress. They got this step done. We're going to, I got all this. I like it. I mean, it's two different colors of gold. I mean, we got these gold glass bars and we got these copper painting, but when the brass is in here, it'll make sense. Just let me work. Let me cook. Yeah, this came out pretty good. We're going to use these granite bars or whatever these are made of. We're going to frame this in, then have this other threshold here. The thing that sucks is that we're reusing my old glass door, and the thing about that is that it's got all chrome hardware. So if I can figure out how to get some brass or gold hardware, I will later. This is coming together, so we'll work on this tomorrow, but this is going to be fantastic. I can't wait. Wednesday morning, I had to get up early, get ready to come pick up the Delorean here at the Venetian Expo. This particular convention is called the Money 2020. I don't know what the 2020 is about. It's a finance convention. It's for, you know, banking, finance, you know, all that. It's about money, which I like. I like money. Anyway, a company called Chargebacks 911 rented the Delorean for their booth. Chargebacks to the future. They do chargeback disputes for merchants, right? And I guess the idea was that, like, you know, hey, we'll go back in time like the charge never happened. We will. It always cracks me up, the ideas that the marketing guys come up with. But everybody has said that this has been the #1 booth here at the convention. Of course, we have the DeLorean. We had a good friend, Rusty, that plays Doc Brown at Universal Studios and at all the Back to the Future events. He's one of the best Doc Browns that you'll ever see. And he already left to go back. And he's fantastic. Anyway, so yeah, the car's here on display. So if for some reason you want to use the car for an event anywhere in Las Vegas, just check out LasVegasDeLorean.com. You can also go to Bob'sPropShop.com. Learn more about the car if you want to buy a time machine, rent a time machine. So what we're doing here in Las Vegas is you can rent the car for not only corporate events like this, special events, but you can use it for a wedding. You can get married inside the DeLorean at a drive-through wedding chapel here in Vegas. Or you can go for a time machine experience. So that's what we're doing. This is going to be the business moving forward, living here in Las Vegas. Have this car, of course. We have Knight Rider. We have the 3 Rolls Royces. We have the Lamborghini. We have all these other cool cars. But the time machine, since 2004, has been my #1 business. This is what I've been doing. We built over 50 of these cars. You'll find them at Universal Studios in Hollywood and Orlando and in museums all over the world. And being the 40th anniversary of Back to the Future right now, you'll know that it's just never going away. Back to the Future is never going away. This is great, guys. This is a great setup they put us together. Look at the clock tower up there. Get this video going. They had smoke and everything, but they made it so well. Car looks fantastic. You can always spot my cars because we only use the white lights on the car. If you watch the movie, people argue whether it's white or blue. It's bluish lightning. See how the lightning is on the car? Lightning in itself is bluish, but it's white in the core, so it's white with a blue tinge. I prefer, like, this has a slight blueness to it. When people put the actual blue lights on it, I think it looks dumb. This looks more natural to me. I don't know what you think. That's just how I feel. I also know for a fact from Kevin Pike, who built the car, that they used, you know, a high temperature white. And high temperature white, as you know, is very bluish, but it's not blue. There's a difference. See, like on that screen, the white background has a bluish color to it. One of my goofy arguments. People are always most surprised that the car actually drives and moves. Everybody's like, you mean you're just gonna like start it and drive it out? And I'm like, yeah, it's a production car. They made like 9,000 of them. It's a car. We're gonna drive it out. And then I'm gonna drive it home. I might hit the McDonald's drive-thru on the way home. They can't believe it. They're like, it actually moves. It starts. They're always so shocked. Like, well, how did you think I got it in here? They just don't believe it's a real car. So funny. Right. And that's the comments that everybody's making as I drive past them. It actually moves. I'm like, no shit. It's got 4 wheels and a steering wheel. What'd you think was gonna happen? I don't know. Maybe it's just so unbelievable that they're seeing the car. They just didn't know it was a real car. But guess what? It's a real car. And here I come. This is always the fun part, as they clear a path for me. Bunch of front end loaders, forklifts, people taking my picture. And just like that, I'm right back out on Koval. Here we go. It's that simple. People like, is it got a truck or how are you moving it? I'm like, I'm just gonna drive it home. Another and most annoying thing is people honking their horns. People just got to honk their horn. And they don't understand that honking your horn in an on-road situation usually means, you know, like you're in the way, there's an emergency, it usually means something. And there's a particular group of people that does it more than others. And they like to yell the name of the movie at me. Back to the Future! Hey! Hey, Back to the Future! Back to the Future! I know. You think I don't know? Tards. And for those of you that are fans of Formula One, I am in fact on a Formula One track. This is Koval, part of the F1 race. So I am literally on a F1 track. There it is. Time Machine F1. Here we are. 88 miles an hour. Actually, all the Vegas locals absolutely hate F1. We hate it. It ruins our lives. It destroys our city. We hate it. We hate it. We hate it. We hate you. Don't come. Stay home. It destroys our entire lives. Destroys the city. Destroys everything. The economy. We don't even like the people that are coming here. Ask any local how they feel about F1. No one. Zero. No one likes it. No one. Look what they do. Look at all this shit. They ruin the entire fucking city with this stuff. They ruin it. All the traffic is fucked for like a month. No, I'm being very negative today. It's just that people keep pissing me off. All right, these guys got this thing done. I just filled it full of water and was testing out the tub. Looks pretty good. We still have to do some grout caulking, get these things. There's a handle that goes here. We don't have this piece of thread sprayer. This is the shower, and this. However, it's kind of goofy. When you go that way, you can't have both of these going at the same time, so you turn it the other way, which I don't like because normally there's just a diverter, and you have to readjust the temperature, which sucks, because then you're going to get a blast of cold water. That's going to suck. This thing here fills, and it should be draining. Like, I think it's draining. Like, is it draining? It doesn't seem, it's draining. It just seems really slow. It's draining though. Just doesn't make any noise. So that screws in and then snaps down. I told him I do not want the push button one because you're sloshing around in the tub and then your foot hits the mushroom. So it's just got a lot of water in it, I guess. So anyway, my greatest fears, not my greatest fears, but my fears were they were going to hook this thing up backwards. And he swears to God that the pipe was marked hot, cold, whatever, but guess what? The fucking hot is on the right side. And that's how this thing works. It should be a solid sheet of water. But anyway, it's mixed up. And I'm like, you son of a bitch. They're backwards. And I said, well, we can't rip the wall out. I mean, we could. But my suggestion was, I had a dedicated line of hot and cold run and 3/4 ran down this wall, and if you remember from months ago. And I said, up here in this attic are those two pipes. We can find the pipes, cut the water, cut them, crisscross them, reattach them. And that's what we're gonna have to do. Because this shit pisses me off, that the hot's on the right, you know. Well, at least we got this done. I mean, it's not done. It's almost there. We got to put the door on. There's a glass door that goes here. There's a towel rack. It's actually right there. A towel warmer, electric towel warmer. Oh, that's the best, right? You get out of the shower or the tub, a nice warm towel waiting for you. So electric towel warmer. It's black. It's gonna go here and plug in right there. And there'll be a glass partition right here, and then the door opens out this way. And I would do the door this way, but I want to be able to reach out and grab the towel. And there's going to be 2 grab handles. There's going to be one here and then one here so that you can brace yourself, because it's quite a step. I don't like how long this is taking to drain. It seems like it's taken a long time to me. Because I don't hear, but it's draining. Maybe it's just because it's a lot of water. I don't know how much water this thing holds. But how cool is, do you like it? It's got the red tub with the black and the gold. Right? You guys like my vision? Whoops, turn off this speaker, this light is a speaker. And you'll hear it say pairing. And, oh, I don't hope it doesn't pair to the phone because I've already paired it. Connected. Ah, shit, it's connected. So I don't know if that's messing up my audio right now. We'll find out. There it is, it's finally draining out. I think it looks good. Also looking at these, the little niches. Oh, we have the shelves. We have these corner shelves. There's gonna go there and there and back there. What I was just thinking about these niches is like I have more of this this threshold, right? What I was thinking of is that they're really too tall. Should I step in there? Am I gonna bust my ass? Okay. So what I was thinking of is, see how we got this threshold material? I love this stuff. We got it everywhere. What I was thinking of is putting another piece of it like right up here, right? Because you're not going to put a bottle of this all. And by doing that, you got a place for like razors and soaps. And do that here too. Just put a little shelf here. And then there's just a little cubby where you can put, like I said, bars of soap, razor blades, you know, loofahs, whatever, you know. Just a little cubby. And then here, there's going to be a corner shelf right here. Maybe another one here. Right? About the size of a bottle, you know. But you can't have enough storage. And then another one here, and one here for bar soap. And then the spray handle will be here. And then there's going to be a grab handle right here. And then another grab handle here so that when you're laying down in the tub, it's hard to get up. Right? And you'll be able to grab that handle. And because this is quite the step. Because like I'm way down here. Right? So coming up over here, this is, you know, in wet feet. That's a big step. For Rachel's little legs, it will be. And I definitely want to have grab handles. As many as I have. You know, the door's going to be mounted right here. It's going to be flush to this, you know. So the door's going to go real high. And then on this side, what I was thinking of is we may just put some like door casing or something that'll cover this Schluter material. That's the grab handle. I like it. It's almost finished. So this was expensive. I was watching this one like TikTok or something about a guy that talks about doing bathrooms and kitchens. And he's like, you know, if you come to me and you want to do a kitchen or something, you don't have a $50,000 budget, just I'd kick him out of the place, you know. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. So let's talk about what I've spent on this, right? The tub itself was $4,000. That's a custom. And by the way, the color was just a little bit more. That's what that tub cost. And I forget the brand of the tub, but like I went down to the American Standard Plumbing. This is a nice, and it's a heavy duty tub, right? Like it's not some plastic ass tub. It's I don't know what the materials is, but it's heavy and strong. It's a good tub, okay? So the tub was $4,000. I probably paid, all right, I'm trying to figure this out. I probably spent, I don't know, $4 or $5 grand on the flooring. Then these cabinets, I want to say I probably spent $6,000-7,000 on the cabinets. The countertop was like $1,000. And actually the fixtures weren't that much. The gold fixtures were like $150 a piece. The sinks were $200 a piece. Spent $500 on this mirror. Got these fixtures up here. So, you know, just throwing out a number, I'd say I've easily probably spent $5,000 in materials and labor just putting this shower together. I'd say 25, 30,000 bucks on this bathroom. I don't know. And then if you were to count the 2 closets, you're talking like, and the bathroom with the bidet. Bidet was like 800 bucks, something like that. I don't remember. The closets were another like $6,000, $7,000 worth of materials plus labors. You know. So yeah, like if somebody were to come in and say, okay, these walk-in closets in a bathroom like this, you need to have a budget of like $40,000 to $50,000 would be a reasonable thing. You know, when you, because if I were to sit down and go through the fixtures and the light bulbs and the little towel hangers and the little knobs and the light switches and the exhaust fans and the mirrors and not to mention the paintwork and the time and the baseboards. I mean, we've been working on this bathroom for what seems like months, right? And huge project to do a bathroom like this. And it doesn't look like that much, maybe. But just a ton. And by the way, how long did it take? I waited for this bathtub for, I don't know, 8 weeks or something. I want to say I waited for these cabinets for the same amount of time. So you need to have 3 months and $30,000 to $50,000 to do a bathroom in today's money, doing something even remotely like this. And I gotta say, this isn't the most expensive shit. I mean, these are just like from China cabinets, right? They're Chinese cabinets that you buy pre-assembled. They're not crazy better than anything you would get at IKEA. It's just, the difference is that, like, I don't think you could get a black like this at IKEA. Soft close. What was that? Oh, some little cover fell off. Okay. Anyway, you know, the countertop, not crazy expensive. Really, when you think about it, you're talking like, I think it was $700 or $800, but $1,000 worth of insulation. Like I said, the sinks were like $200 a piece. So like a lot of this stuff I got from Amazon. These light fixtures I got from Lowe's. Panasonic Whisper exhaust fan, I think it was like $120 or something, you know. The doors, but the floor. And actually, this is pretty cheap tile. This black shiny tile, by the way, I got on sale $2 a foot. So each one of those panels, $4. I want to say this stuff was maybe about the same, $2-3 a foot. And then you're paying $5 a square foot for installation, is what I paid the first guys. But plus materials, so you got to buy the thin set, the grout, the spacers, all of this other crap. So I mean, they've been working on this gosh darn thing for weeks. And you go, why does it take so long? Well, when you watch them doing it, you like, these guys are working, by the way. They're not being lazy. They're working. It takes months to put together a bathroom like this. Because even if you got a big team of people and you got all the stuff on hand, it just takes time for this stuff to like dry and to set, to be put together. It's crazy, bro. It don't make sense. All right, here I am. I'm all dressed up. It's Wednesday night. It's my buddy Jeremy Cambridge's. Remember, I was staying here for a while. I was staying back here in this room, if you guys remember. I even did the Bob show from back there. So he normally does these parties on Tuesday. Friday's his birthday, so decided to do it Wednesday. So it's a combo birthday, Halloween party. All a bunch of fun people here hanging out. What do you think of this outfit, huh? You're like, so we'll see what's, it's pizza, it's snacks, local entertainers, magicians, performers, Vegas folk. So why am I here? No. It's just for fun, just hanging. Lots of Red Cup Jeff as a Red Cup. Be thankful that he's not shirtless. For once. Yeah, but on the wall here is my favorite YouTuber. It's the Gypsy Crusader. There he is. My favorite. If you know, you know. A huge Batman fan. He has a theater here. Let me show you some of his Batman collection. You may recognize this guitar. This came out of my collection. I gave this to him as a gift. This is a Bob Shade, George Barris custom guitar I gave to him for letting us stay. He has all the Batman stuff, all the different heads, all the different little figurines. He has the full costume. He puts on the whole costume. He goes to children's hospitals as Batman. He loves Batman. There's the cat woman over there. Look at that. So, hope you understand. He loves Batman. But anyway, yeah, I give him this guitar. He loves it. Now, some of you know what happens when you tilt the head back. I'm not going to do it. But if you know, you know. Steve! What is this shit? Here's our buddy. Steve is high-functioning autistic. He's a genius. But his trigger word is shit. If you say shit to him, he can't help himself and he bursts into laughter. So we torture him and we yell shit to him. It's funny. He loves it. This is Bert and Diane. She's a famous granny porn actor.
Yes, I did.
Not really. She's a comedian. There's a Misty over there. You've seen her on Gordon Ramsay's show. She's a chef. She's hot. We've been taking pictures. There's Harlan. Lots of fun. Get over there, Steve. There's Bert and Diane. Pull up your pants, Bert. There they are, taking pictures. I thought that this was a bowl of mac and cheese, but it's a bowl of candied bananas. Absolutely. There's a lot of people that hate both. They don't like candy corn. They don't like sugar sweet. I love these. I love candy corn.
That's right. You know, when you get off Hitler, you can give a shit for him. Yeah. What do you think Hitler looks like right now?
So I'm inside the shower and I'm mounting these shelves. I've already mounted these two. And how I'm doing it is I duct tape these little brackets into place. And then I'm putting a glue on the shelf and it'll hold it in place while it dries. So it's been working so far. These pieces I put up here because we're going to put a shelf that's going to go across here, just like this shelf. Actually, we'll probably take this out because I was looking at these niches and I was like, if I put a little shelf here, you could put soaps and things because it doesn't need to be that tall. You know, you're never going to have a bottle or anything that's taller than that. And then we're also going to put a little shelf right here. It won't make sense later, but it's working. So I'm using a little duct tape and the glue to hold. I'm going to make a bracket out of this, and then there'll be a little shelf here. This little shelf will be so you can put a drink or your phone or whatever. This one's drying. We're using this white Gorilla Glue, but we'll run a line of black caulk around here. Got this bottle sitting here to just kind of put pressure on it. It's held up by the brackets. When those are removed, be nice and caulked in. So it's coming together. We'll be able to use this by tomorrow as far as the tub goes. It's actually starting to get a little chilly. It's the night before Halloween. It's Thursday night. And just had band rehearsal. We normally do it on Wednesdays. Had to do it on Thursday. You know, sometimes you have to accommodate. I forgot I had to come out here and lock up the shop, close some things. I'm really hungry. I'm gonna go get something to eat. All I had to eat today was an apple. Something I'll talk about on the Videobob show Sunday. For those of you that don't know, I do a separate channel called the Videobob show. Hold on. This toilet is running in here. Man. Make sure that is my disgusting shop toilet. I used it recently. I'm gonna do this with one hand. Oh, this thing's stuck in there. This is I bought this. You put these in like a water cooler. Looks like it's all ruined. It's supposed to keep like buildup from building up. and it got caught in the thing. So, this is just a little shop toilet, you know, pisser. Anyway. So closing up the shop for the night, I left the door open. Just checking to make sure this should be off. A glimpse into my life. I always check to make sure there's no kitties in here. When it gets cold, some of these kitties will come and hide out in here looking for warmth, you know. And then what happens is I close the door and then they're trapped in here. And I was thinking about installing some kind of a cat door somewhere so they can get out in an emergency, but I don't want them coming back in. So there's this little gray kitty, which you've seen before. And he'll come up to me and ask for food. I was looking for him. Psst, 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 psst. Where are you, Bubba? Where's the kitty? I got him. I went and bought him a box of food. Say, I got him some fancy feast. I'll just put one out for him and let him get it. I gotta be honest, I'm so hungry. This smells good. I'll just put it here next to the water. I put this faucet drips a little, so I just leave this bowl here so it fills with water because they need water out here in the desert. So, kitty, are you hungry? Well, he'll show up. One of them will show up. There's 2 or 3 cats, as you've seen in my videos, that run around here. So he'll figure it out. They'll come get some water. A bunch of kitties. Well, here it is, the first time, not this year, but you know, since the winter time, that I put on a hoodie, or for my British friends, a jumper. I've got a jumper on. It's only 65 degrees, but in Vegas, that's cold. So I drove my ass way over here to South Point Casino, because there is a little cafe here called the Coronado Cafe, and it's one of the last old school places where you can just get the cheap eats. And I thought, you know, it's a little bit of a drive for me, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna drive over there and get it. Let's do it. It's almost a Bobby's Vegas. We'll see what happens. Vegas is dead, they said. Vegas is dead. It's Thursday night. It's like 11 o'clock, and it's fucking packed in here. I can barely walk through here. It is packed. It's absolutely packed in here. People everywhere. You look. A lot of people look half dead, but you know, they're smoking, they're gambling, spending the last of their EBT money. This is it. Seen so many fat slobs on scooters as I have in here. I came at the absolute worst possible time because they have a ton of dinners that cut off at 10, and then their graveyard cheap special starts at midnight. So from 10 to midnight is the 2 hours I gotta not get any of the good deals. I'm an idiot. Yeah, you want to get here before 10 or after 12, that 2 hour window. But she told me that the prime rib special, that's $22.95, is one of the most popular things, and it runs till 11. And then their porterhouse steak runs 24 hours a day. $22 in Vegas for any kind of steak, even if it's a bologna steak, is a good deal. So look at these graveyard specials. The graveyard specials are great. Like, take a look at this. All right, the graveyard special. Look at this old Vegas style shrimp cocktail, $2.95. I thought that didn't exist anymore. It still does here at South Point. 2 buttermilk biscuits. Buttermilk biscuits. Country gravy, $4.45. 2 eggs with bacon, hash browns, $4.95. Pancake sandwich, 2 buttermilk pancakes with ham and eggs, $4.95. Ham steak, 2 eggs, hash browns, $5.45. Half-pound cheeseburger with french fries, $5.45. A 7-ounce New York strip and eggs, hash browns, and toast, $6.95. $6.95 for second eggs in Vegas. I thought that shit didn't exist anymore from 10 years ago. So this is why people come that are locals. It's kind of out of the way, but yeah, Coronado Cafe. I've heard about this place forever and ever. Now, they have a ton of other restaurants here. They got a great steakhouse that I've eaten at before. They got a steak and shake. They also have a great Jewish deli. Me and Eric come here all the time to go to the Jewish deli. So for those of you that know, but the reason this place is packed is because It's south of the Strip, only a few miles, and they have a huge convention center. They do car shows and rodeos and stuff here. And this is a good spot. Like if you wanted to come to Vegas on a budget, stay here, gamble, and then you can take a little ride up the Strip and see all this Strip stuff. It's probably a good place to stay. That's cheap. Food's cheap, and we're gonna see if this prime rib sucks or not. But for $23, so with the drink, it's 25. It's gonna be $30. But let me tell you something. You sit down in Vegas, you're gonna spend $40, and you're gonna not get a lot. So my hopes are high because I've heard a lot about this place. Let's start off with some chicken noodle soup. Oh, when it's cold out, there's nothing like chicken noodle soup. That was gosh darn delicious. For those of you who don't know, I have another channel called Bob Eats Vegas, where I do food reviews of local Vegas eateries. I'll definitely be coming back to do a lunch and maybe a late night. Might do a two-parter. I don't know if I want. I don't. I'm usually in bed before 12 nowadays. I used to stay up really late. See the waitress coming with a tray. I hope it's for me. Oh boy! Oh boy! Wow! Look at this spread. Baked potato. Look at all the fixings for the potato. The au jus. Oh, this is gonna be good. You know what? You know what? That's pretty good. The au jus is good. Maybe a horseradish. You know what? That's good. That's pretty darn good, actually, This is, I gotta say, for the money, it's pretty good. All right, now I'm not gonna give you the full Bobby's Vegas video, but this doesn't suck. It's juicy. You know what? This is worth it. Man, I gobble that up faster than a fat kid who finds a Reese's in his trick-or-treat bag. It's gone, man. Gone. That was good. I gave her a big tip. It was $29. I gave her $40. And probably some of the crowd I'm looking at around here probably don't tip that great. Like, this guy over here with his got his the shorts and the flip flops and come on, man. Now, the one thing you're not gonna like, that I don't like, is there is a faint smell of cigarette smoke, and yet people are smoking. I mean, I guess you could smoke in here, you just can't smoke in the bathroom, I guess. So there's primarily prime rib, Baja Miguel's. I've definitely been to this Silverado Steakhouse. It's not super high end. They're closed, but it's decent. It didn't suck. I've been in there before. It looks like they're closed when you look through the glass. It's nice. It doesn't suck. It's not super high end. It's not super expensive, but it's decent. Right? It's decent. Security guard got onto me for recording. Not allowed to record in the casino. But I've never seen so many big fat slobs on the scooters. It was like idiocracy. And I think I know why. Look at this red Maybach. Like Mo Fucky Jones with this thing. But anyway, I think I know why there's so many big fat fucks on scooters, because the food options here are fantastic. I mean, like, there's the Steak and Shake, unbelievable. The Jewish deli was closed at 10, but you should have seen the cakes and the cookies in there. There's an ice cream parlor right next to that. They actually have a Vienna hot dog cart that's closed already, but that was over there. There's so much food here, and it's dirt cheap. this is the spot, man. It's a little bit of a drive, unless you're on, this side of town. But you know what? It was worth it. It was a little drive over here. I mean, I ended up spending $40 anyway because I'm a big tipper. I'm always nice. But I just had me a big ass prime rib and baked potato and soup. And I'm stuffed. I feel good. Got the meat sweats. Oh man, it was great. So this side of town is not too bad. I mean, there's not a lot of shenanigans going on. You're not gonna see any homeless people over here. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. South Point is more of a old people hangout. You're gonna see a lot of your bingo players, elderly people. I do have to question though, like the people that are on the scooters, they don't look like they have any money. Like if you're 500-600 pounds and you need a scooter to get around, you probably don't have a job. So how is it that you are here at a casino spending money, smoking, drinking, like something's fishy, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, there's that, but cheap, and that's why they're here, because it's affordable. You come after midnight, you can eat $5-10. In Vegas, that's huge. That's I mean, I went that. You go to a fast food, you're gonna spend $15, and it's crap. I just had a really good dinner, so I'm definitely gonna come back here and do a Bobby's Vegas. By the way, the buffet looks amazing. The buffet's closed. You join the Players Club, and it's just a little bit more money. You go to the buffet. I want to try that. I haven't been to a buffet in a while because all that stuff got closed down after COVID. All right, I'm ready to go to bed now. All right, I'll get a little bit of Friday stuff and get the Friday video ready. Let's go. Friday morning. Wow. Friday afternoon. What am I saying? It's Halloween. Well, so here's what I learned. This does not work on tile. It just, overnight, this stuff didn't stick at all. Came right off, had to clean it off. I ended up using this 2-part epoxy, JB Weld. I've also seen Loctite sell this. It's great stuff. It's probably the same company, I assume. So we got this little shelf here. That's gonna be my little drink and phone shelf. That way you're laying into the tub, you got a place to put like a glass of wine, a drink, your phone, on a little stand. Got these little things up there. Got these shelves there. This one's still drying. That one's dry. We put this shelf up there along the top. And it's just, you can't have enough storage, like this thing will hold like bottles. Get a nice array of products. Your Bed Bath and Beyond, or whatever, Bath and Body Works, put your various little products. You can even use this as a shelf, honestly. Put your Mr. Bubble right there. I love it. I do like Mr. Bubble. There will be Mr. Bubble. Oops. All right, get this. Kind of done with that too, I guess. So, yeah, I will be in this tub with my rubber ducky, stolen from the dash of a Jeep, and Mr. Bubble. And it's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait. I can't wait. It's Halloween. So, I'm going as Videobob this year. I don't know about you. Yep. I think that's a girl kitty. Because she's so little. That's why I think, the females are usually smaller. And she knows, I'm pretty sure it's a she. Did you just misgender me? She knows when she sees me to come ask for food. And she doesn't come all the way up to me. She'll get to about 6 or 8 feet away. And I'll give her a food. And, but and like I said, I'm just guessing it's a she. It's pretty hard to gender a cat, but usually the females are smaller. That's just the way it is. So, I take care of the kitties. This one has just kind of adopted me. I'd love to be able to catch her, pet her, take her down to the vet, get her looked at and fixed. I'd have to catch her in a cage. But, Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll get a cage trap catcher. I don't want to piss her off, but you know, take her down to the vet, get her fixed, checked out. Because basically, she's been here for a year and a half now, I guess. So it's my cat. A lot of times, you don't pick a cat. Cat picks you. Cat didn't really pick me. Cat was just born here, and I feed the cat. So. All right, guys, it's Halloween day, so I want to get this video edited and uploaded, so maybe you'll see it today. Next week, a lot going on. I am going to be going to Phoenix, Scottsdale area next week for the Rock and Roll Fantasy Camp. And I'm going there for Rob Halford from Judas Priest and Alice Cooper. So I'll be there from, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So it's really important that you tune into both the Videobob show and the shop webcam. So for those of you who don't know, I have the Videobob show on YouTube, which is a separate channel, and Bob's Prop Shop webcam, which is a separate channel. And I may go live during some of the rehearsals with the guys, and we will be performing live in Phoenix. Now, if you want to come and see me performing with Rob Halford and Alice Cooper, you can get tickets while they last for $25. And I can put the link in the description just stay tuned. So if you're not following me on Facebook at Videobob Moseley or on Instagram or any of those other things, this is what you should if you're interested in this. If you want to come and see me performing, maybe meet me, whatever, in Phoenix if you happen to be there. Otherwise, tune in. And I'll be doing a video all about that, of course, because as you know, so you may or may not know, I have a Judas Priest tribute band here in Las Vegas. So just a fun vanity project for me. So just letting you know that's what's happening. Rachel's going to be here at the house. We're almost done with pretty much most of the stuff. We're just down to decorating and whatnot. We're almost done. So some of the people have complained they're tired of the house videos. They're tired of the house update videos. So we probably won't be doing these hour-long house update videos anymore. Might be one more, who knows, but we're kind of done with it. I'm moving on with my life. It took a year. It was an adventure. I'm back home now. We've only been here a couple of weeks, but it just feels so good to be home. And I'm ready to move on and get back to my life. I need to go to Texas, work on some DeLoreans, work on my Knight Rider here, work on my DeLorean. I need to work on that red Lamborghini. I need to do another oil change on my white Lamborghini. I need to do another service on the Phantom. So there's going to be more car content, prop content, lots of shop webcam content. It's coming. So just stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thank you to all the fans who've supported me. I appreciate it. See you next week.